Guess what day it is? Just guess. Come on, you know what day it is. You don't know? How could you not know? It might be the most beautiful day, no, the greatest day. Okay, I'll tell you. It's Hump Day. It's time for the Hump Day podcast with Matt and Zoe.
Welcome back to another episode of the Hump Day podcast with me and my brother.
My name's Matt.
And I'm Zoe. And today we got another great episode for you guys. But first off, before we get into the rundown, we do want to apologize for the technical difficulties that we had last week's episode.
Yeah, last week's episode, unfortunately, it just didn't record right. So we got a new camera.
Correct.
And we're back and better than ever.
Yes. And now, you know, he's going to go ahead and give you guys the rundown. What we talking about today, bro?
All right, we're going to continue our discussion on the tariffs and the approval of Donald Trump and the Republican Party in general. Yeah, we could get back to that. We want to finish up that conversation before we move into our next topic. That'll be the New York homeless epidemic and how they're using funds to help the illegal immigrants because it's, what is it called? Sanctuary city, I believe.
Sanctuary city.
And the next thing will be, it'll be a little bit about Snow White and how that's going. The release just happened. Rachel Zegler, and then a little bit more about how people are afraid to speak their mind and how celebrities do currently. And then our final topic, which will probably take up most of the podcast, we're actually going to go over the West NBA playoff predictions if the season ended today. We won't get too much into that right now. There are only about 10 games left on average for each team. So we're pretty excited to talk about that. And next week we'll do the East, and you'll see where our predictions are from there. But let's go ahead and get back into the tariffs. If you don't mind, I'd like to, I thought about it, and I think I can present my idea on the tariffs a little better. So it's like who you please, right? Donald Trump putting all these tariffs on is causing the markets to go down, right? And now the markets go down, and people see that, and they aren't pleased with that, right? If the economy's down, he's not going to be like, they're not going to say he had a good presidency, right? And then the next president that gets elected, which can't be Donald Trump, J.D. Vance perhaps. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity there for any candidate, but they're going to be in a bad light because the Republicans, being Trump and the other Republicans, put on these tariffs and the economy went down. What my concern is how the look is 4 years from now, right? When the next election, or even 2 years, when the election for governors and congressmen and stuff happen, you want to make sure that you're giving your best foot forward. And it's hard to have the end game that I think Donald Trump has without having everybody on your team and understanding the end game. American people are, what have you done for me lately?
Correct.
They don't care in 10 years. In general, I mean, you care about, you understand, and you are an educated voter, right? But most people are like, well, how did my pockets look? Well, Obama was in, or Donald Trump was in. So if they're not doing better when he's in, they're not going to vote a Republican in next time. But I feel like that kind of puts a cap on what I was saying. I don't disagree with the tariffs for the most part. I think Canada tariffs are dumb. I think the Mexico tariffs are a little weird. But the other tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, I do believe in. I think we should be charging them what they charge us, or maybe more.
I think it should be even across the whole playing board, even with Canada and Mexico. Now, what I've researched is every other country tariffs us higher than what we tariff them.
That's not every other country,
yes,
but
every other, including Canada, including Mexico. Every other country that we do business with, we always take the shorter end of the stick on the tariffs. Now, in part to Canada and Mexico being basically states, because we subsidize them so much, bro. Listen, we like I said, they need us more than we need them. We do more for them than what they do for us. It's not reciprocated. The relationship is not equally reciprocated.
I hear what you're saying there. Can I go off on a mild tangent for one moment? It'll be like 2 minutes. The joke about Canada being the 51st state's gotta stop too.
No, it doesn't.
So, do you know that there was a Republican leader that was going to get elected in Canada?
We do.
But because we're joking about this 51st state and Donald Trump don't let it go, now it's going to be a Democrat, a liberal president now. There's not going to be a progressive. It's going to be, we'll say Democrat and Republican because that's what we understand.
Okay.
It's going to be a Democratic president or whatever they call him, prime minister. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
So it's going to be Trudeau, but not as handsome. All the rest of the stuff. Trudeau's a pretty handsome guy. I got to admit.
Pause.
Pause. I guess you can't say that guy's handsome?
Nah, hell no.
All right. No. Pause. But that's all I think. Like, we are gonna push the Republican or the American people away from the Republican Party, just like we pushed Canada away from the Republican Party. They were gonna elect a Republican president, and now it's gonna be a Democrat because we couldn't stop saying, "Oh, you should be the 51st state." They're not gonna be the 51st state. It's not gonna happen. They're their own sovereign nation.
Because we subsidize them so much, because they get so much from us. We take care of Canada just like it was Connecticut, New York, South Carolina. We take care of them just like they're a state. Absolutely. Okay, so that's one point. Second, their leader was weak. Their leader was weak. He was weak. You get nobody, and this is talking about around the world, not just Trump. Nobody respects him. No, he gets respect.
Canada doesn't have to be respected. They have the best protection there is, the United States.
Okay.
They don't care.
Oh, look at that. Okay, to your point.
Yeah.
The United States.
There's so much stuff that Canada does wrong. They do not protect free speech.
So again,
and that's based off of like what I think is right as an American.
Again,
this
goes back
their
to the
healthcare is
reason
subsidized,
why.
which is ridiculous because that taxpayer money it costs so much to live out in Canada.
So
Everybody says they want to go.
Your own point with the tariffs.
I don't think Canada runs their country well, but I think the tariffs are going to create a rift that cannot be solved by the Republican Party. So they're going to get.
What type of rift are you talking about?
I'm talking about the American people are going to see that prices go up on certain products because of these tariffs. And they're going to elect Democrats to take away the tariffs because all they care about is what have you done for me lately?
So, okay, wait. Okay, so we're talking about what have you done for me lately, correct?
Yeah,
we know the Democrats didn't give us nothing but transgenderism.
100%. I agree.
Okay, so they didn't give us anything beneficial.
And they elected Republicans in.
They started inflation.
Yes, but they don't care who started. Whoever's there gets the blame.
Understood. So with what he's doing, creating jobs, bringing jobs back to America is going to help the economy, right? So if people are able to make money, yes, it is. If you get these immigrants,
it'll get more jobs.
Check it out. If you get these immigrants out the way, you open up more jobs. You get people to being paid, people to working. Yeah,
I just want to put that in there.
You get people to working, and people are making money. Then there is going. It's going to be hard for him to bring food prices down because once it's there, it kind of doesn't go off. The economy has to get more. The economy has to make more money in order to balance it out at the end of the day. Because of Biden, the prices are pretty going to stay where it's at. So what Trump has to do, he has to bring more jobs to the country, bring more money to the country, so that way people can make more money and be able to sustain what's already been created by the last administration.
You understand the United States, like, Americans make more money, like it'll cost more money to produce these items in the United States than it does abroad. That's why they're doing these tariffs. That's why they're trying to bring these companies in.
I think everything is going to balance itself out. That's what I think. Because years ago, when America had a booming economy, it was a very, 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 and I'm talking about when jobs were here, like Ford, Chrysler,
You're talking about before we were born.
No. Just I was born during this time.
Like Detroit?
Born during Detroit.
You're talking about the auto industry in Detroit? We might have been born, but it was way before we.
That's also when farming was huge. But I'm saying everything was huge.
Farming's all subsidized now.
All he's trying to do is show the world, not only the world, but America, that we can do all of this stuff in-house.
But we can't, though.
Yes, it is. That's keeping the money in-house.
You can't do everything in-house. That's why you have trade.
Why we can't?
Because we don't have the ability to take Taiwan, for instance.
We can import what we need to import. We're damn near importing everything.
Yeah, I agree. We're importing a lot of stuff we can make here.
Stuff that we can make here.
Okay.
So it starts here. Once you bring it here, Americans can work.
But the economy is going to go
No. Why would the
and he's
economy
going to
go
get
down?
blamed
Why would the economy go down because of that?
because it's going to cost more for products and to create. So what I think he's doing, I'm going to take it a turn real quick.
So
what
wait,
I think
but before you go,
ahead. It's going to be about tariffs, but
Check
go
it
ahead.
out. Check it before you go. Everybody understands that this is a successful businessman, correct?
He is a successful businessman, yeah. And everybody questions what his intentions are.
They can question whatever they want, but he's a successful businessman, correct?
Absolutely.
So,
nobody could argue that.
So that's why I'm going to trust him off the rip.
Okay.
Because right now, everything that's happening is basically business associated.
Let me
have
ask
to have
you
a
this.
business mindset to take on and that's definitely why I trust him. It may seem scary when you're looking at it on a TV screen.
So you think he's running the United States as a business?
Right
and
now
that
we
makes
have
sense.
to because we're in the deficit. Bro, we're trillions into the deficit.
In debt, yeah.
So
we're crazy.
I trust him to make everything correct. The tariffs, they say the tariffs can have a good effect and it could have an adverse effect. It could be beneficial and it could. So we don't even know. It's a 50-50 chance of what the tariffs can actually create, positive or negative impacts on the economy.
Yep.
There's no absolute. There's no absolute.
I mean, when I jump in the ocean, I could come up against a shark or I could be good. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going to happen. And I don't like sharks. So I don't get in the ocean anymore. So.
I just say trust him.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And if he's running as a business and he's being upfront about it, which he seems to be.
Absolutely.
I just think the tariffs are the wrong way to go. I think reciprocal tariffs are fine. If they're charging us 25%, charge them 25%. But what we're doing to Canada and Mexico, I don't think is fine.
Hey, we can all right, but for years Canada and Mexico been charging us more in tariffs than what we've been charging them.
Yeah, like taking advantage of us.
So how is it not fair? I mean, at some point, when do we come to the point where we're like, man, this shit lopsided?
Yeah. I mean, maybe we're coming to that point now, but what I'm saying is
you want me to tell you why it's
people,
coming to that point? Because we got a businessman.
Yeah, but you got to see the voters, what the voters are going to do. We want 4 years of lesbian dance theory being in the White House in the Oval Office? No. So we don't want to push the general public too far away from
We really
the Republican
don't want
Party.
to, but that's why you got to turn off CNN, MSNBC. You got to turn off.
Why do you call it MSNBC?
It's Democrats.
Every time you say it, I'm like, he knows. He's got to know. But I didn't want to call you, but you said it. I had
Democrats.
to.
Yeah, the Democrats.
I got you. Not BC.
And you look at it, they control. They control
solid.
the
That's
majority of the news. You know, the traditional.
Yeah, that people
news
watch
outlets.
traditional. Yeah,
absolutely.
So like people have to go
Fox
with
News
non-traditional. I mean, you
Fox
got
News is outnumbered. As long as you listening to these people, you're gonna always look at Trump with the side eye.
Yeah.
As long as you listen to these news networks, and I guarantee you, once you turn on Fox News and you see the other side,
there shouldn't be an other side. There should be a news that you could say, "Hey, we actually
that's just
get
giving
the
you the
news
truth."
here."
That's right, giving you the truth.
That's where I think that's where we're trying to fit in non
Bias.
regular news agencies, like anybody that has their own podcast. I mean, everybody has certain bias, but I think certain places are trying to be that middle ground, and I think we're trying to be there. Obviously, we don't agree on everything because I don't agree with these tariffs, and you do.
But you actually looking at someone that grew up his entire life voting Democrat. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So I just want to show everybody the reason why I voted.
Well, you seen the light
on the right side.
Yeah,
absolutely. They call
you finally educated.
You know what they call black? You know what they call black Republicans?
What?
Runaway slaves. Check it out. If I'm a runaway slave, what does that mean? That means I'm free. And where are you? You're still stuck on the plantation.
Yeah, that's a good look.
So I think you better come on and follow me.
You be
because I'm free.
Harriet Tubman, man. Underground Railroad, baby.
Hey.
I learned a little bit in
I'll
school.
be Harry Tubman.
Harry Tubman. Rosa Parks.
Yeah, man. But I just want to show everybody give everybody my perspective on why I actually.
Yeah, I think that's a strong.
Went a different direction.
I think that's strong too. Like you growing up in a Democratic household,
absolutely.
You African American.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's unusual. Maybe not anymore, but
And the truth
mostly
is,
unusual for
the
African
Democrats,
Americans to be
the
Republicans.
Democrats today are the Republicans of then. So I understand
heard
why
that.
my
I
mom
heard
and
they,
dad,
like, flopped.
and I actually believe it's true because my mom and my dad, they still think that it's the same, but mom is not the same.
They just, you can't get through to them.
I've even had my mother even start opening her mind to listening to some of the podcasts I'm sending her and
Yes, sir.
some of the point of views from the other side because maybe she'll see that thing. These people are the way it used to be. You know what I
it's
mean?
complacency.
Versus
A lot of
now.
people just vote with complacency. Like I voted for Obama, but then I
did too.
transitioned over and I
Correct.
voted for Donald Trump, and I forgot who I voted for. It was against Mitt Romney, I think it was. Yeah, Mitt Romney.
I ain't never. Yeah. I know the first time
I don't know nothing.
when Trump first ran, I
good
voted
about
for
Mitt
him,
Romney.
and I had a "Make America Great" hat in my room. And I wore that thing. My mama said, "If you don't take that damn hat off in my house,
Oh, you're done for.
yeah." I mean, listen. Back then, it was hard to come out and say that you supported Trump if you were black. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
peer pressure type stuff. Yeah.
And you would be exiled. I thought white people only banished family members. Black people was definitely banishing you during Trump's first his first election. If you was voting for Trump, you was basically shadow
You weren't
banned
part
from-
of the family.
Yeah,
you're a
weren't
black
part of the
sheep.
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worse than a black sheep. You're a dead dog.
Dead dog. All right. Let's get back on track. So, real quick, what I was going to say about the tariffs. So, what I think Donald Trump is doing here is like trying to show his hand to say, hey, I'm going to give tariffs to Mexico and Canada because there's no repercussions there. And then show the other countries that he's willing to do it because there are repercussions if we go too far with tariffs with other countries. So if he's willing, it's like a bargaining chip.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Well, I mean, he did that with a bunch of stuff already.
No, because what's already understood doesn't have to be explained. Even from his first run at being a president, the world knows he's not.
He didn't have any
the
tariffs,
world, but
though.
still, the world knows he's not to be played with.
Well,
so that's
yeah.
already they already know he.
I heard-
business. So he don't got to try to really, be. We call it wolfing, bluffing. He don't got to
Bluffing,
bluff,
yeah.
because we already know he about business.
Yeah.
And, that's not even a.
Well, it's a
issue
bargaining chip if they think he'll do it. I did hear one time, I don't know if it was Putin or whatever leader it was, where he was like, hey, if you do this, I'm going to launch the nukes at you.
Yeah.
And then, hold on. And then whoever it was like, no, you won't. And he was like, but I might. And they did not do what he didn't want to. I think it was Putin going into Ukraine or something.
Putin called
But
him
he
your
said-
greatness.
He said, yeah, but I might.
Putin called him your greatness.
Putin's playing games right now. We don't want to get
listen,
involved in that
I just
conversation.
look at it like
Putin,
this. I look at it
Putin-
like gangsters respect gangsters.
Putin's not a gangster. Putin is.
Hey, you could call him what you want, but I guarantee you
Terrorist.
what, people don't play with him.
Well, yeah, he'll have him murdered.
People don't play with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
For other reasons.
People don't play with him. People don't play with the guy from North Korea.
Kim
People
Jong Un?
don't, people don't play with him. This is what I'm saying.
Because
You
he'll
gotta-
have them murdered.
No, it's not that, bro. They know you about business, bro. The same thing about Trump.
Well, there's
I don't
not the
care what
freedoms over
backdrop
there, any of that.
You're right. I don't care what the backdrop is, but the point is,
Yeah.
they not playing no games.
Yeah.
And that's why they respect Trump, because he's not playing no games. And
makes sense.
we need a president that don't play no games. Period. We ain't play no games, especially about America.
Yeah. All right. On to the next subject.
Yes,
Good
yes.
conversation there. Thanks for finishing up that tariffs conversation.
Yeah.
I know we got cut off early. We had a pretty long episode and camera work was a little shoddy. I apologize. That's why we got the new one.
But to
Thanks for
anyone
sticking
that
with us.
doesn't watch them and just rather listen, that was a dope episode on the low.
Oh, yeah.
That was a dope.
Yeah, I
episode.
enjoyed it. I was very happy with the conversation we had. The next subjects are New York homelessness epidemic and why we're spending money on illegal immigrants instead of helping out the homeless over there. This was something that you felt pretty strong about. So go ahead and
Absolutely.
start us off. Tell me what you think.
I watched the episode. This guy page Jordan Towers. Shout out to Jordan Towers. It was showing how basically $6.4 billion was spent on the illegal immigrants, and the reason why the price of milk. I seen a sample of the price of milk out there is $9.39. For
$9. Yeah, I bet you gas is cheaper than milk.
$9.39 for a gallon of
Gas
gas.
usually cheaper than milk? I don't know.
Gas is definitely
$9.39 is crazy.
$9.35, not 39 cents. And one of the things he was saying is, if we're funding illegal immigrants and they're giving them free food stamps or whatever we want, the store owners have no need to bring the prices down because they're still making money.
So
no matter who it hurts, even for the people who not illegals, for the people who not getting the assistance, they can't afford that. So the store owners won't bring the prices down because the illegal immigrants are still coming in there and spending all the food stamps with them.
So the illegal immigrants are getting food stamps. Are they getting food stamps, or it's like a stipend?
They're definitely getting.
It's food stamps.
We could call it food stamps. We know it's
So it might
money.
just be like a stipend.
Yeah, and so the stores don't see a need to bring the prices of the milk down
If they're making their money,
if
yeah,
they're
why would they?
making their money.
I mean, that's what a lot of businesses do, that type of stuff. So real quick, I'm looking up the average apartment cost in New York City.
$4,400 for a 1-bedroom apartment.
Well, yeah, this says $42.98, so really close.
Yeah,
that's really close. A studio apartment's $35.25.
Yeah,
that's more than double the cost
Out
of
of
my
this world,
house.
bro.
4-bedroom house,
Out of this world.
1,800 square feet.
They won't allow.
Four-bedroom rental. Sorry. I just want to give you.
Run it down.
4-bedroom rental is $7,995. That's ridiculous. Why would anybody live there? How could anybody live there?
Well,
No wonder they have a homeless issue.
They aren't willing to build any more buildings. They aren't allowed to build any more buildings because if you build more buildings, then rent could go down because you have more rental space for them to rent.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's only so much space that they're allowed to spend, it's demand. It's high demand.
They have rent controls out there, but I know that hasn't worked either.
It's a progressive state. If you look at it, it's a progressive state. I'm pretty sure.
I know their mayor was against the police too. He was trying to defund the police, and now he's back on it.
Definitely.
But it's same mayor. The same mayor.
Mayor Adams, correct.
He was defunding the police, and now he's like, oh, wait a minute.
Change it. Well,
and then he also made it a sanctuary city.
Look at what. Well, he really don't have no. He ain't got no say so over that.
Yeah, he does.
Not no more. He ain't got no. I was listening to something. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I was listening to something. He's not supporting it, but I don't think it's nothing he could do to overturn it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do a little more research. I think he's just speaking out of both
sides of his mouth.
No,
like he could stop.
Jordan Towers was actually talking about this.
Really?
He did his. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's actually doing
either way. He wanted it to be a sanctuary city at first because that was the new thing. You know what I mean?
Well, this is just in a boiling pot right here. If you really look at most progressive ran states, there are states that get a tremendous amount of money from the government, and the city is still going to hell.
Do you know almost every big city in the U.S. is progressive? Is blue.
California.
If you look at the map. No, I'm just saying big cities like Los Angeles, San Diego,
Chicago.
Yeah, they're all blue.
Yeah.
And they all run like.
And they're all
they're
high
run
crime.
Horrible.
They're all high crime. They're all sanctuary cities. And people wondering why things ain't changing. You got to change who you're voting for, because if you're looking at your situation and you're still voting for the same party that's contributing to the same issues, then maybe you need to.
They're doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. That's the definition of insanity. You doing the same thing over and over and trying to get a different outcome.
Hey,
it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're not saying Republicans got all the answers. At least that's not what I'm saying.
Definitely not.
But maybe independent. I know they had Schwarzenegger in there for the governor of California for a while. He did a good job. He brought that deficit down and stuff.
I didn't really see.
Well, he did a good job. He did a good job. He did a lot with money over there. You know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, right? Everybody
doesn't know Terminator.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say. All right.
Isn't that a Terminator?
He did a good job. But back to New York. So they're homeless. They've always had homeless issues, but it's like crazy now. And they have all the illegal immigrants up there. They were putting them up in like really nice hotels and stuff and paying all that money for them.
$6.4 billion given to illegal immigrants, and we couldn't give it to citizens of the state, of the city.
That's crazy.
You guys have to be upset about this.
Get him out of there.
You guys got to be upset about this. And Americans, New Yorkers, Y'all gotta change who you're voting for. This is actually what you got. They say
What
pick
do they
your
say?
poison,
The change,
right?
the change starts with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they say pick your
It does.
poison.
Yeah.
You guys actually pick your poison on this, and
Y'all
that is
y'all are
horrible,
dying.
man. That is horrible. You know,
People are leaving too. People are
people definitely
moving to
leaving.
Florida, moving to Texas.
Yeah.
They have huge
There are
influxes
more
of population.
people homeless in New York than it's ever been, I'm
sure.
talking about
I'm sure.
citizens. Regular citizens, they like U.S. citizens. There are more homeless people.
You know, it's a lot of veterans
in a long time.
homeless too. That's like mental issues and stuff, but that's unfortunate. And they do have like outreach things. So, you know, homeless
York-
people have or veterans have
New
opportunities.
York,
to call
it all
people and
starts
help.
with you guys. Y'all got to vote for a better way, man. Because if you continue to keep voting for what you're voting for, it's only going to continue to get worse for you. You can talk, you can say whatever you want about the right side. But if you do your research, look at the right states. Look at the red states and see how they're governed, how they're ran, how the state takes care of the people, etc. Do your own research. Don't look to CNN. Don't look to no news outlets. Just go do your own research. And the numbers will show you for itself. I think the truth always got a way of creeping out and revealing itself.
Do you know what happens though? Like a person might become enlightened, they want to vote Republican. They just move. So they're not
That's
gaining
exactly what they're
traction
gonna do.
for
Yeah,
voters.
that's
so
right.
New York's always going to be Democratic.
That's
It don't
right.
matter. I mean, you got AOC out there, and that like, it's just that's just how it goes. Right as you get enlightened, you're like, why am I living here?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I put myself through this? So I'm gonna go ahead and just move to Florida.
Yeah.
Better life, more money.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not more pay, but more money to live
You're
off
right.
of.
They do see the light.
Yeah.
And they
Just move. That's why they'll never
Jesus.
vote Democrat.
New
So
York,
it doesn't
New
even
York,
make sense
New York.
talking, like asking them to. I mean, ideally you'll get some. I mean, Giuliani did a good job. He's a psychopath now, but Giuliani did a good job when he was out there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all that's going to happen. They're going to say, hey, I want to vote Republican. Then you got the peer pressure. You got this guy, hey, you better not. All right, I'm just moving to Florida because they love that.
Listen, vote for yourself. Screw what anybody else think. You got to vote for yourself.
Or
Vote
move
for
to
yourself.
Florida or move to Texas. Get
Yeah.
out of there. You know, if they have less population, they get less electoral votes. They're about to, I think 2030 is when they're redoing the census.
Wow.
And that decides how many electoral votes based
right,
off of
that's right.
population.
Yeah.
So Texas and Florida are about to
They
boom
about
in
to
electoral
implode.
votes.
That's right.
Yeah, it's going to
That's
be
right.
crazy. And California actually, I think they've had negative population. If not, they've had the
people
lowest
are
growth.
fleeing California left and right, bro.
But I don't know if they have like a negative population. I know they had the lowest growth, but they might have actually
They
like
might have
had a
at this
negative.
point.
They might have.
Absolutely, bro.
They should.
Yeah.
You seen their mayor is trying to be more on the Republican side
Trudeau?
now. No, Trudeau's Canada.
Are you talking about the woman?
No, the governor. I'm sorry.
What's his name? Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom. Yeah. He's trying to be more. He has a little own
He all
podcast and
set.
stuff.
Yeah, we're not paying no attention to him.
Yeah.
Get him
He's
up
trying to
outta
make
there,
a
bro.
presidential run.
You're not helping the people of this country.
Nah, especially
all.
after those fires and stuff. What they're making them wait all that time to get it all cleaned up, and so it's crazy.
Yeah.
California, New York. Sorry, those places are wild. Let's go ahead and move on to our next. Do you have anything else on the New York?
Nah, man. Listen,
All right.
man.
Hey,
New York
prayers
do
go
better,
up to
man.
those homeless out there,
Definitely, man.
and hopefully they find solutions. Veterans,
Absolutely, man.
you have phone calls or phone numbers you could call. I know the VA takes care of all their veterans. Love the VA. Thanks for your service, veterans. I know they all have like mental issues if they're out there on the streets. That's unfortunate. But prayers go out to y'all.
Prayers go out to
Let's
you
move
guys.
on to the next subject. I want to talk about Snow White. Did you ever watch the original one? Like
What,
the
the
Disney
real movie?
cartoon?
The cartoon?
Yeah,
Yeah, man, yeah.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, that's a classic.
That was like what put Disney on the map, I
Yeah,
think.
it is a classic.
Yeah, yeah.
Cinderella and Snow White, they definitely are some classics.
Yeah, Cinderella, I think, put him on the map, and then it might have been Snow White, then Cinderella.
Who knows? I don't
Mirror,
even care. They
mirror,
both
mirror
put-
on the wall. Was
they
that
both
Cinderella?
classics.
I think.
Mirror, mirror on the wall is
Cinderella. Yeah. Cinderella.
Yeah.
So Snow White just got a remake, and Rachel Zegler got cast as Snow White, which baffles me because this is a German.
I hope.
Yeah, oh, wow. I
That's
wasn't
a
going
song,
there.
right?
I wasn't going
That's
there.
a
Yeah,
song,
that's
right?
the door. Yeah, the seven
Yeah,
doors. Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit about the Seven Dwarfs too, which another thing that baffles me, the casting there, which there wasn't any. I'm
No?
pretty sure they're animated. Yeah. So they didn't cast any dwarves or anything. You would think a
What?
progressive company would cast a bunch of dwarves. You know,
Wow.
like, and that's a sought after. I'm sure that's a sought after role. Like,
Wow.
you would be happy to have that. If I was a dwarf, I would
Yeah.
love to be one of the
Probably
7
would've
dwarves.
made
And
the
now you
movie
just took
sell better too.
7 jobs away from dwarves because you want to CGI them or whatever it is. I have, to be honest, I haven't seen the new movie. I don't want to
I haven't
cast
seen it either.
aspersions or anything, but all the information I got and the taste that Zegler left in my mouth, I decided that I wasn't going to see it.
That's right.
I'm not boycotting it or anything. It's just too
You
much.
have a choice.
Yeah.
We're not going to go burn down the set or nothing.
No,
like
no,
that.
and I'm
Okay.
not telling anybody else not to watch it either.
Okay.
I would never say burn down. I say, come on, man. I'm the most peaceful guy you'll meet, boy.
That was an innuendo.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Over my head. My fault, bro. My
That
fault.
was a shot to the Tesla destroyers.
Oh, yeah. Wild. We could talk
We're
about
not-
that next episode.
yeah.
We don't got time on this one.
And we're actually wearing our shirt to represent our side today. It's actually
The
awesome.
Republicans?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's my side for these 4 years. I don't know how the next 4 years are going to go.
Yeah.
I vote for who's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Independence could be.
Yeah.
You could see. RFK maybe. All right, back to Snow White. So I'm not going to watch it. I'm not interested in it. First off, Snow White, I don't know if you know, is like a German fairy tale, right?
Okay, never
So,
knew that.
yeah, it's German. And the reason she's called Snow White is because her skin is white as snow, right? Did you know that?
I thought absolutely. I thought Polish people were more pale than Germans.
I don't know about the
okay,
skin color. I think German, Polish are pretty much the same. I think I only see Germans in the Olympics. Dirk Nowitzki was pretty white. He's German.
Yeah, he was in Snow White though.
He was white.
Yeah, I guess he was over here in Dallas for a while, so he kind of.
Bro, get out of here, bro. That dude was white.
The
bro.
sun. I mean, the sun did him good.
Yeah.
The sun did him good over here.
So, anyways, you're funny, bro. Anyways, so she's Puerto Rican.
Word.
Being cast, yeah, Rachel Zegler's Puerto Rican, being
What's
cast
her
in a
last
Snow
name
White
come
role. I think she's like Danish in Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to say,
But
where
nobody
the last
says
name
anything about her being Danish. She starred in this one like Puerto Rican movie. She made it big off. She's got a real good voice. Very, very melodious, I think is the
Singing?
word. Yeah.
come from? Okay.
Yeah,
I
she
knew
could
was
sing,
Okay.
but like Broadway type stuff.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
not like
Okay. I know exactly where you're coming from.
yeah. So I just don't appreciate that she got cast in the role, and then like she's all about like the people getting cast in a role that portrays their people, and then goes ahead and takes a role away from like a German folktale. It could have been a German person, a white person, whatever it is. But you're Puerto Rican. You're not Snow White. You shouldn't be Snow White. I cannot argue with
I
her
wouldn't
making
say
the
that.
money
I
though,
wouldn't say
because
that because actors should just be actors. It don't matter what background that the movie came from.
I disagree. If the movie is based in this area, or like, let's say,
That's why
have you
it's
seen
called
Harry
a
Potter?
movie,
Have you
though.
seen
These
Harry
are
Potter?
fictional movies, unless
Fictional.
it's a documentary or something other
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
it's fictional, but they're written in. It's German. She's called Snow White because her skin is white as snow.
Well, then she probably okay. So is Rachel Zegler pale?
No,
She's not like white.
she's Puerto Rican.
Do we need to take? No, I didn't ask you what her nationality was.
She doesn't. She's not
I
as
asked you
dark
what her
as you.
skin tone is.
Like a little bit tan.
Can
I'll bring up a
let's take
photo of
moment.
her. We'll take a second.
Let's see. I don't even know Rachel. I'm gonna just take Rachel.
There you go. There's a picture of her.
Okay.
That's not a
now, what
skin
did the
as
make-
white
no,
as
it
snow.
definitely ain't. What did the makeup do to her for Snow White though? Let's see her.
Oh,
her
yeah,
Snow White picture.
Go ahead, seriously. I'd have
I
to,
think now look.
Oh, well,
now look at that.
here's a picture right here.
Look at her. And that's Broadway. That's not
Yeah,
even.
she's
she's
yeah,
still- yeah,
she's
there
still a
you
little
go.
darker, but
Huh?
like, well, I guess pretty white. So her skin's just not white as snow.
Mm-hmm.
It's undebatable. Now, I get that you're
I
saying
don't
it's
think
like
no one's
fantasy.
is, honestly.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, I'm pretty white. My skin's not white as snow. I don't think that fantasy. Like, I hear what you're saying, right? It's fictional characters, right? Have you ever seen Harry Potter?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know Professor Snape? He unfortunately the guy who played Professor Snape passed away. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
So they're doing like a TV show of it, right?
Okay.
But Snape is described in the books as like pale skin, whatever. He's being cast as a black man,
Do you
African
think that's
American.
wrong?
I do think that's wrong because it should fit into the lines, like where it's written. It should be that way. So Black Panther should be black. I
So
think.
let's play with this a bit. The new Captain America movie. He's a black guy. Do you agree?
I believe that in the comic books it was established that he was.
But we can't find it.
No, I think I did find something. I got to do some more research on it. But there was like because Captain America came from a serum. It wasn't like a born character. So he was
Correct,
created. So you could create a black Captain America. Although I haven't seen it. I'm not interested in it. I've seen the reviews were
I
pretty
get
bad
what you're
on it.
saying about creating a black Captain America, but did the last Captain America die?
I
in
think
the
he
movie.
did die in the movie. Yeah,
I
'cause
don't think he died.
Yeah, Captain America like was produced. He was made, created. So you could create a black, a white, a Puerto Rican, Asian, whatever Captain America. Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. His powers are just passed down, so he could be black, white, whatever. That's irrelevant.
Okay.
What my issue is that she's cast as this, and she's a big. It's like hypocritical. She's like, yeah, I should be cast as, like Puerto Ricans should be cast as Puerto Ricans. We shouldn't be having a white person play a Puerto Rican in a movie where the person is supposed to be Puerto Rican, and then
That's
next
been
movie.
going on for years.
No,
though.
I understand. I understand completely. I'm just saying, if you're a dwarf, right? 7 dwarfs should be dwarfs cast there, not a regular sized person sitting on their knees.
You're absolutely correct. You're not seeing
But
that.
now
I'm
we're
with-
talking
I'm with-
skin
I'm
color
with.
is a little different. I get what you're
Yeah.
like where we're both on different ends of it, and I'm not saying like there can't be like swaps and whatnot. But Doctor Who tried to do this, and it flopped hard.
So, you said that Snow White is a German.
It's a German fairy tale.
So it's a German first. Okay, so what if they had someone from the UK playing Snow White, and she was as pale as snow? Would that be okay?
Yeah,
Why would it be okay if she's not German?
she's pale as snow.
Yeah, but she's not German.
Well, I guess maybe I'm emphasizing the German part too much. I'm saying her
it
skin's
should
white
have been
as
a white
snow.
girl playing Snow White.
Yes,
Okay, I understood.
especially the
I
way
get
she
it.
stands
I
up
don't-
for
I don't think it
herself,
would
saying
look
that
good
a
for
Puerto
white man
Rican
to play Martin Luther King. So I
yeah.
guess I kind
or
of get what you said.
Muhammad Ali,
Correct.
Michael
Correct.
Jordan.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
we could. You get what I'm saying.
Correct.
We're
But
on the
see-
same page.
See
now.
how it will look though. You can't fake black, so you would already know that it doesn't go. With that, I wouldn't have knew that Rachel Zegler was Puerto Rican if you never
You
told
can
me.
tell. You can look at her
Nah,
and tell.
honestly, nah, bro. White girls
I
come in
can.
all kinds. I've seen white girls with dark black hair.
Yeah.
But dark brown hair.
I think you could tell but she's part white, I guess, because I believe she's Danish a little bit. But what
know
my
what she
issue
remind
is
me
with
of,
her
real
is
quick?
yeah. You go ahead.
You remember the girl? I don't know if you remember this old movie. It was called The Craft. It was 3 girls.
It doesn't
It
ring
was,
a bell.
It was like The Craft, and it was this. She's a white girl, but she had like black hair. Rachel Zegler kind of reminds me of her. Let me see if I can find her real quick, and then you'll see what I'm saying. You wouldn't even be able to tell. Let me see. This woman, in a sense.
Oh, but she's attractive.
No. She do. I'm saying just with the look. You see how she got the hair, the black. Like she's white, but she got
But
the
that's
dark-
clearly dyed hair. Save that picture and we'll post
Okay, her
it
name is
so they could tell me in the comments.
Feruza Balk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's clearly dyed hair though.
Okay. But I mean, I couldn't tell. That's why I'm saying I couldn't tell if Rachel Zegler wasn't white. I couldn't tell if she wasn't.
I
white.
see what
You
you're
know I
saying.
mean? That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
okay. So maybe it's just like I have a keen eye for this stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I know it created uproar. I did want to go over some of the numbers that they had for this.
Okay.
For Snow White, I had it pulled up. Let me pop her back up. So the Rotten Tomatoes score. This is hilarious to me, right? So 42% from the professional reviewers, right? But then look at this. We'll put it up on the screen for you too. So 74% positive,
Oh, snap.
right? All right. You got that? Mm-hmm. So now we're going to go and click it. Hold on. Now we're going to click it, and that's verified users, 74%. All users, 21%.
Dumpster juice.
Trash. So either they review bombed it, or they're just trying to keep it up there, because Disney's got some pull in this stuff now. The numbers, the sales numbers,
Absolutely,
the sales numbers are trash right now. Look at this rating over here. I don't even know what this rating is.
Wow.
1.3 stars.
1.3 from the audience.
That's on
summary.
22,000 reviews.
Google. 22. What?
1.3. I've never seen something do that bad. That's crazy to me.
Oh man.
IMDb 1.8 out of 10. Yeah,
That's horrible.
It's just ridiculous. Everybody's putting 1 star.
Wow.
It's I don't think it's probably that bad of a movie.
I think when I get home, I'm going to go watch it.
Well, it's in the theaters, so I don't know.
It's still in the theaters?
It'll be on Netflix soon.
I got
Don't
Fire
worry.
Stick.
It'll
I
be
got
on
Fire Stick, so I can pretty much watch anything.
Oh, we're admitting the stuff on here now. No, I'm just messing.
Fire Stick. Everybody got one.
I think it's on. It'll probably be on Disney Plus pretty quick if it's got 1.3 stars. So
He said they're gonna release it ASAP.
Yeah, ASAP. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit and show how that, in general, things go bad. Also, like, this goes to the point of like celebrities being out of touch, right? So we've talked about that before.
Correct.
And I don't want to get too far into this, but a lot of them, I think, are out of touch just because everybody else is out of touch. They don't want to get canceled. So then they're afraid to speak their mind because now the public will cancel. Now, Rachel Zegler got canceled on some dumb stuff. She said, and we'll put up the clip. She said, if you don't agree with me, I don't need your business. Well, clearly they don't agree with you because you did not get their business. She's just been a dumpster fire of publicity. It's just been bad for her. But go ahead. I know you like to talk about celebrities being out of touch. And how do you feel about that? About, like, some of them probably are in touch per se, but like they're afraid to speak their mind.
I feel like, most of Hollywood, we already know Hollywood is definitely a cult. What's the man name who was the head of Hollywood that I told you Candace Owens was doing an interview with? Weinstein?
Weinstein?
That's his name, Harvey
yeah.
Weinstein.
Harvey
right?
Weinstein?
Yeah, that's very cult. Like, look what they did to Justin Bieber. You definitely got to be a part of it, because if you're not, then they got a way of canceling you and getting rid of you and
they got
completely
they
destroying you. You know what I mean? And all of these, Hollywood for one, man, these celebrities are definitely out of touch. They're not in the neighborhoods. These celebrities is not in the neighborhoods like that. You probably got a few that really do care about the people, but as a whole, they really don't. They live on their own pedestal. They don't face the realities that we face down here. They don't face the issues, the injustices, the struggles. I can keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're not people you should get advice from about living life or who to vote for. They're like you said, they're out of touch. They're not
very much so.
And then Rachel Zegler, again, to bring it back to her, proved it.
Yeah.
Her saying, "Hey, I don't need your business," thinking that most people agree with her. Clearly, they don't. Look at 1.3 on 22,000 reviews. Mm-hmm. That's pretty tough. The public has spoken.
Yeah, you ain't even lying. A lot of these celebrities don't have the power down on the ground where they think they actually do, because a lot of people don't look to them for the stuff that they try to jump in and talk about.
Well, a lot of people do too, though.
Some do, some don't. Well,
some idolize them.
Taylor Swift, for example, she didn't help. She didn't help the voting this year.
Oh no! I mean, I'm sure
she one of the largest fan bases.
Moved the needle a little bit, but it didn't not enough.
She is the biggest. She is one, if not the biggest.
Huge.
She is the biggest.
She's huge.
But a lot of people didn't. A lot of people will listen to her music, but they're not going to follow her politically because she don't go through it. See, that's what I'm saying. People aren't as delusional as we think they are.
Yeah.
Some people rather be, some people choose to be, some people are, but for the most part, people got common sense, and people just knew that she doesn't face what we face down here in order for her to be coming out and telling you where to put your political vote at. But yeah, most celebrities, from what I've seen, are progressive. They support
most of them
values.
are progressive.
So what it isn't, if Hollywood is progressive, would that mean that the rich people are progressive?
I mean, in theory, not Hollywood doesn't make up just the rich people. Like, there's rich people that are businessmen that are outside of Hollywood too.
Okay.
So, but yeah, for the most part, I think most rich people, I would say, are progressive.
What
Yeah,
about actors?
I would say, if you're looking at it from the outside in, yeah. But I think a lot of them might not be. And they might just be afraid to speak their mind because they don't want to get canceled by their peers or by Hollywood or stop getting movie roles or anything.
Then you're a sellout.
Yeah, that you could say that. Yeah,
It's horrible. But, you know what I mean? That's how you feed your family. I don't know if selling out is, on anybody's
to-do list.
for not doing.
Bucket list.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to sell out, I guess, in this day and age.
Money talks.
Yeah, you can get anybody to do anything for some money.
So we're gonna move on to the last subject. We're real excited about this, and we're gonna invite again our special guest back up so he can actually be on the camera this time.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back. So Jackson, welcome back. I know last time was a bit of a letdown because of camera issues.
Yeah.
But no camera issues this time, and you're up, man. We're gonna be talking about the NBA, the playoffs, just the West. Next week we'll talk about the East. Good news for this little guy. He's going to his first AAU tournament this weekend in Augusta.
I knew it.
Wish him luck in the comments.
Yeah.
I'll be there cheering him on.
Uncle be there in spirit.
Yeah.
Go do what you do.
Heck yeah. All right. So the playoffs are here in about 3 weeks. There's about an average of 10 games left. Obviously, each team has a different amount of games. So we're going to go over what we think for the West, how the playoffs are going to go. So before we get into it, there's a play-in tournament.
Correct.
It's a new thing from, I think last year is when it started.
No.
So
No.
it was
It
the year
started-
before?
Yeah.
It was like 2 years ago. It might have been in the bubble, to be honest.
Yeah, it was in the bubble.
Was it in the bubble?
Yeah,
All right,
2020.
so the 7th, 8th seed, they play. The person who wins goes on to play the 2nd seed. After that, you've got the 9th and 10th seed play. Whoever loses is out. And then they play whichever one loses from the 7th and 8th seed. So,
And they play.
and then they play the first seed. So basically, you have 10 teams in the playoffs, but they're one game. The play-in is just a one-game opportunity to stay in the playoffs. I don't even know if they consider them playoff stats or not. But anyways, so the first game, we'll talk about the play-in first. We'll go 10th and 9th seed. The Kings versus the Suns. We'll go ahead with Zoe first because I know the next game, Jackson will be talking a lot. So what do you think, Kings and Suns? If it ended today, we're saying if it ended today, obviously there's some fluctuation potential there.
On paper, the Suns. On paper.
You know,
they
the Kings got Levine now and DeRozan.
Yeah. You
Okay.
got 2 shooting guards.
Sabonis. Shooting guard.
Is Monk still there?
I think Malik Monk is.
Monk is still there.
I think he is.
Oh, man, that's a tough
Yeah,
one
Malik
because,
Monk is.
On paper, you would see Bill, you would see Booker, you would see Durant, and automatically you would just go the Suns.
They got Markelle Fultz too
Where?
on the Kings.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
he's the
it's a has-been.
PG3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still in the NBA.
Oh, that's a tough one. 7 games. I'm gonna have to go with the experience. I'm gonna have to say the Suns.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say the Suns are gonna beat them down. If that's the matchup, the 9th and 10th seed, the Kings and the Suns, the Kings got no chance in hell.
Would you say
Zero
Jax?
chance. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal's let me not say trash, Dad. I heard you last time. He's in the NBA. He's not trash, but he's not good. Go ahead, Jax. What do you think? Kings, Suns.
That's tough. The Kings did just get rid of De'Aaron Fox, but I'm leaning towards the Suns on this one.
There's no way the Suns would lose that game.
I mean,
it is.
yeah,
It
that-
is a
that-
one game.
don't
It's not a
say
7-game
The
series.
Kings are the
These-
10th seed, so they've lost a lot.
The Suns are the 10th.
Yeah, but
Take
the
that
Suns
into
are
account.
also
You're saying the
good
Suns are
for
the Suns.
taking L's. So
Yes, very good at
They're
taking
good.
L's.
Yeah,
They
but
good at
Kevin
taking
Durant's
L's, bro.
there when it matters, boy. That's the Slim Reaper. That man's nasty.
It doesn't
can't
matter.
take nothing from him on paper.
He's
and
the-
if I that's still
Hey,
my.
he's
that's
like
still
the
my pick.
third best small forward ever all time.
Yeah, you keep
Third?
saying all time, but we're gonna talk about right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking
saying
about
he's
right
great.
now.
He's
Right
great
now, he's
Best?
not.
I don't know about all that.
Right now, he's not. Right now, I would even be surprised
He's
if
a snake.
anybody pick him as top
snake.
5. But
Yeah.
All right, so the Suns would take it. Can we agree on that?
we're gonna.
We all said
I'll
the
go with the
Suns would
Suns.
take
I'll
it.
go with the Suns.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Sabonis is very good, and he's going to get his work down low.
He is good too.
He's
bro.
going to get all the points he needs down low because they don't have nobody to really guard him. Nurkic is kind of on. I don't know. He must be on the coach's bad list or something.
Well, so, yeah, Sabonis gonna go to work. Monk is definitely gonna go to work. Yeah, Monk is
just a role player,
good,
though.
but he's a great role.
They
player.
got Levine, and then they got DeMar DeRozan,
DeRozan
who's
is
like
gonna put up-
20,000 points in his career. That dude is
DeRozan is good.
mid-range.
And he's a midi. Yeah, he's the midi king. I ain't even gonna lie.
But
He's the
that's-
midi king.
That's a bad shot in the NBA nowadays, unfortunately.
Hey, a 2 is a 2.
Yeah.
A layup, a dunk in the mid range.
All right, so we went through that one. We're saying the Suns. All
Yes.
right, the next matchup is the Clippers and
The Timberwolves.
So I already know which way you're going, but you go ahead. Tell me, Clippers, right?
Obviously, the
You
Clippers.
can't sleep on the Clippers, even
No.
though Kawhi is retired.
Kawhi's not retired. You do not.
he
you do
retired
not
like
watch
3
the
years
Clippers.
ago.
You don't watch the Clippers.
He stopped
It's okay.
playing basketball.
No, he didn't.
He plays every other game.
Last year he was All NBA. He was top 10 in the league.
Last
How?
year he was not all NBA.
How?
He played half the season.
Not even. How was he? How
No, go
was
ahead
he-
and talk about the game. I'll
How
look
is he
it up.
all
I'll
NBA?
look it up. Talk about the game. Tell me some
Okay.
stuff while I look it up so
So-
we could give him something to listen to. But Kawhi is half. We'll say he's halfway
And that
retired.
doesn't
Listen
even
to
matter.
his POV though. Go
Doesn't
ahead.
even matter.
Shoot your shot.
Kawhi's there. James Harden's an all-star. He's great this year. Norman Powell, out of nowhere, like flaming everybody.
That was
20
when
points
everybody
per
else was
game.
injured.
20 points per game.
Somebody has to score.
He still has 20 points per game.
Somebody has to
Hey,
But he
score.
still has 20
Let him
points per
shoot
game.
his shot. Let him shoot his shot.
Somebody has to
But he
score.
still has
come
20
in
points
later.
per
Go
game.
ahead, young blood. Pop it.
And
Pop
then
it
we
on.
have Zubac's.
Uh-huh.
Zubac's a great big man.
He has developed into a pretty awesome big
we
man.
have a great team right now. I'm mad we got rid of Terrence Mann, though. I'm really mad about that. But then we have Bogdan Bogdanovic, too.
Yep.
He's
yep.
also great. I think we are winning that.
I think you're using
Especially-
great a little loosely, but go ahead.
Who Bogdanovich is not great.
You were
Wait,
saying he was
leave
great
him
when I was
alone.
mad about
He's
the
a
train.
great role
Leave
player.
I was.
alone.
That's what I'm saying. A great role player.
You got to say a great role player. You just can't say great. Now you got LeBron in there and stuff. Nah, great role player. Great in the Olympics.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go
and then Timberwolves don't have Cat anymore.
Don't
Kawhi
need
Leonard was second team All NBA last year somehow.
What I say?
I don't know how he's injured half the season and he
No,
still makes
no,
that
not
team.
even half, bro. He's
Look up how many games he played.
75% of the season.
Last season he played most of the games.
Did he?
You have
That's what he's
the
saying.
qualify.
I mean, he
for,
took half his
to
career
qualify-
off. So
to qualify for awards. You have to play a certain amount of games.
this
Okay,
man,
okay.
Kawhi Leonard, is great, amazing when he's on the court, but he only
Top
plays
5
half
small
his
forward
games.
all time.
Go ahead.
Top
But, no,
five?
wait. Finish your analysis on your
So
pick.
I think Clippers are taking this because
Okay.
Anthony Edwards tries to play hero ball sometimes and he fails.
What about Julius Randle?
Okay.
Julius?
Hey,
What about
no,
Rudy
no,
Gobert?
No,
Rudy
we
Gobert?
talking about why he picked who he picked.
Yeah, but he's talking about the
Nah,
Timberwolves
he
now.
can go, yeah.
So
Who's
what
number-
about Julius Randle? What about Rudy Gobert? They're trash. Not trash. We can't say trash. Grandpa said no more saying NBA players
Julius
are trash.
Randle.
Love you, Grandpa. Love you, Dad. Julius Randle. I mean, he's not great. What about Rudy?
I'm loving this.
DPOY.
loving
DPOY snaking it or taking it from Victor Wembanyama. That was an obvious pick towards Victor. He didn't deserve that.
I would have chose Victor.
DPOY.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Chose
Victor.
Victor.
deserved- But I'm
It
just
was
saying
just
he
'cause he
got
was a rookie.
DPOY.
But it doesn't matter.
Okay, so you're saying the Clippers. All right, Zoe.
Yeah.
Who you going with?
Wolves.
The T-Wolves
Absolutely.
with the upset.
That's not even an upset.
What about Dante DiVincenzo?
Listen. No, wait. It's my turn, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm definitely going. I'm going with the Wolves. James Harden, we know one of the darkest moments of his career is playoffs. For some reason, he disappears all the time, every year, from the beginning.
Yeah, he's
up
never
to,
won a chip.
to now in his career. He disappears in the playoffs. Kawhi, we just gotta hope his knees hold up. We gotta hope that he's healthy enough to perform in every game of the playoffs. These are just the reasons why I can't go with the Clippers. Zubac is consistent. Normal Powell, he stepped up.
Zubac's gonna get what he needs.
Zubac is definitely gonna do what he has to do. Well, wait.
Even with Rudy in there.
No. I'm sorry. He's not going to be able to exploit Rudy.
You don't think so?
No.
Zubac is consistent. He's going to go 10 and 10 every year. Every game.
DPOY for a reason.
Yeah, he's solid, You don't think they're going to mix him up in some screen and rolls?
I really don't think that the Clippers have enough firepower, because the Wolves are an extremely defensive team. They're defensive minded. They show a lot of defensive prowess, and you got to look at what you're getting offered. So Kawhi he's not the lockdown guy he used to be. He used to be a lockdown, but his knees won't allow him to be that.
They have Ben Simmons now too.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is nice.
I don't even consider him an NBA player.
Okay.
He's nice right now.
Where?
Ben Simmons has been performing.
No, Ben Simmons.
In Los Angeles.
Ben Simmons averages about 5 points a game. That's not cooking anything.
In the recent games?
Yeah.
I'll look. Continue.
Show me some, because I just seen a game recently where he only had
I could be wrong.
probably less than 5 points.
Everybody
for the entire
has their
game.
off games. A while ago, Curry had 2 points on
I mean, I'm with you on that,
shooting.
but Ben Simmons' whole career has been off.
Everybody has their on games too, because Bronny James Jr. had 15 points the other
17.
day.
17. Make sure you put some respect
Career
on that.
high.
Too. Yeah, put some respect on that. No, I just don't think they have an answer for Anthony. I don't think they have an answer for Julius, and I don't think they have an answer for Rudy. And then you say they got DiVincenzo over there. Oh man, they got
He's averaging
Conley.
4, 4, and 4.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons.
That's horrible. And how many minutes?
18 minutes.
He's worse than Bronny.
No, he's not.
He's not worse than stats.
Let's just keep it at 1,000. Yeah, let's keep it at 1,000.
What do we say? Let me keep it a buck.
Let me keep it a
LeBron
buck.
James Jr., you're awesome. I love you.
No.
You're great in your own way. I
We'll
don't
get
think
to
you're
them
going to be
next.
that great.
We'll get-
but
yeah.
I want to stop
I think he's going to be a
from
good player.
people thinking I
think he's gonna be a
hate
good player.
LeBron
You do
James
hate him.
Jr.
Or the look.
I don't hate him.
He just doesn't think he's going to
he's
be
not the
anything.
GOAT.
He don't think he's going to be anything.
He's not King James.
Is he going to be a respectable player?
He's not Prince James.
Is he going to be a respectable player?
Yes,
Yes.
for sure.
He's going to be a role
Thank
player.
He's gonna be
A solid
he's
role
gonna be
player.
a starter by
Possible
the end of this year.
sixth
Let me
man
ask
of the
you a
year.
question. Do you think he's going to excel into a better role to where he's getting more minutes?
I think he's gonna be a starter by the end
Well,
of his career.
we got to talk about the Lakers later.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Finish
back
up
to
this.
yeah, but that's my take. I just don't think that the Clippers have what it takes to go a 7-game series against the Timberwolves. If James Harden isn't going to show up. They don't have
He does have a
Westbrook
history of that.
anymore. They don't have PG anymore. They don't have
PG's
well, we know.
I can't say
we
trash
know.
anymore.
We know
PG is
playoff
washed.
P. We know he.
That's
ain't.
podcast P.
Yeah,
That's
he's
Ain't no
not
playoff.
nobody to show up anyway. That's why
Nah.
they call him playoff P, because
Yeah.
he disappears in the playoffs.
that's 8 points, P.
8 points P.
He's just
Yeah,
keeping
man,
it
but,
P.
I'm
Pushing.
definitely going to take the Wolves. I'll take the Wolves in that one.
All right. I'm going to follow with the theme, keeping it pushing.
Yep.
I'm going to be real quick on this one. I can't disagree with my son here. I do think the Clippers are going to win it. I think Ant's really good. I think they're going to make it a 7-game series. I
plan.
think the Clippers are going to pull it off in the end. And obviously,
From where?
It's a play-in. It's not a 7-game series.
they're going to make it a 1-game series. Sorry about that. The play-in. 1 game?
Where they going to pull it off at?
Dang. I sound dumb right now.
Clippers are pulling that 1 game easily.
Huh?
Clippers are taking that 1 game easily.
Oh, what?
Yes, easily.
Oh goodness!
I think the Clippers will take it.
Okay.
And then they're a good series team, but yeah. Oh wow. I forgot we were talking about playing here. I was already moving on to the next round where the Clippers are gonna take it again, potentially. So I do know James Harden has trouble in the playoffs, but this is the play-in. I don't consider it the playoffs. He's not going to have his. He's not going to have his normal
This is
woes.
a live and die moment.
Yeah,
He's gonna fold.
Kawhi Leonard is great in the playoffs and the finals. That man is just disgusting.
I don't
He's
know
great.
how he is at this point. He haven't been
He's
there since
still-
Toronto
he-
took
no,
it.
last
How
year-
long ago?
last year he played
How
good.
long ago was that?
2019 is when Toronto took it.
2019.
2018.
Last year he played
Years
good though.
later?
Last year
Alright,
he played
but
good though.
We can't deny that Kawhi's a great player. Just because you haven't won a chip doesn't
All
mean
right,
you're not a great
listen.
player.
I'm not
Listen to
gonna
this.
call him- I'm not going to say he's not great.
Bogdanovich, he is a knockdown shooter. Patty Mills, knockdown shooter. That's off the bench. You got Derrick Jones Jr. who could jump out the gym. Batum is solid on defense, although he's like 40 years old. He is old. Zubac, I think you're correct. I think Rudy Gobert will put a cap on him, but Rudy Gobert's notorious for not being able to guard on the outside. So if they get him in some pick and
Zubac don't
pops,
shoot.
no. I'm talking about pick and pops.
Rudy Gobert doesn't shoot
Where
it.
Rudy Gobert, we know both of these things. I'm
Yeah.
talking about where Rudy Gobert has to guard somebody else. He can't guard anybody
Same
else
thing.
except for in the paint.
Same thing.
No, Zubac's a little
What do
more
you
mobile.
think, Pat? No. What do you think Mike Conley's going to do to him on a pick and on a
Mike
pick?
Conley's like 40 years old.
Boy,
Mike Conley is
Mike
washed.
Conley is one of the best knockdown 3-point shooters. Period. Definitely.
No,
bro.
he's not.
Yes, he is, bro.
No,
Yes, he is, bro.
no.
On
I
a
can name five
on a
better
pick,
right now.
On the pick and roll?
On a pick, he is
I
a
don't know
great.
about on
He's a
pick and roll.
knockdown 3-point shooter, bro.
Great.
I'm gonna say.
I wanna say great.
In the league right now, he's definitely top. He's top tier with that type of attribute.
But he's not
a
gonna
knockdown
get
3-point
shots.
shooter on a pick.
He's not going to get shots. They got
Well,
Anthony
who-
Edwards, Julius Randle.
Oh, he will
They're
get
going to
the
take
shots.
all the shots.
He's the ball handler.
Dante DiVincenzo.
No. Anthony Edwards brings the ball up most of the time. Mike
Well,
Conley
Con-
is a point
has the
guard.
ball,
Yeah.
But I'm saying on a pick, he's going to knock it down, bro. He's going to.
Okay.
That's one thing I've seen
we'll
him
see.
do in
That's gonna
all
be a
kind
good
of
game to
moments.
watch.
Mike Conley will definitely knock down that pick and pop 3-point.
That's definitely going to be a good game to watch.
That's gonna be a great one to watch.
Just for the sake of argument, once we move into the playoffs, actually, we'll just say the Clippers carried since it's 2-1. That the Clippers are going to move on into the
that's right,
playoffs,
that's right,
so
that's
we
right,
can
that's right.
compare the
Yep,
teams.
yep.
So that means that the Timberwolves will lose. Then they'll be playing the Kings. Let's make this one
No,
quick.
they'll be playing the.
They'll go
be
into the
playing-
losers
Oh,
bracket.
that's right, that's
And then
right,
they'll
that's
be
right.
playing the Kings per our.
You say Clippers
No,
and
they'll be
Kings?
playing the Suns.
Yeah, playing the Suns. I'm so sorry. The
That's what
play-in
I'm
is
saying.
is new to me. My brain's not working right. So, not Clippers. Timberwolves Suns. Who wins? We'll make this one quick.
Timberwolves.
No, Suns.
Yeah, Suns. With Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's
still
not
the
letting
Suns.
them not make. But
I'm gonna stay
two
with the Suns.
playing games.
I'm
That's
gonna
tough.
stay with the Suns.
They got Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards. Unfortunately, in this scenario, I think he's ready to make a run, and he might be the next face of the league, even though he doesn't want to be. Anthony Edwards deserves it, but I don't think he'd make it out of the play-in on this one, unfortunately. So we'll say Suns versus Thunder. That's what that would be.
Yes.
And then you would say Clippers versus
Houston.
Rockets. And so we'll go with the Thunder Suns 7-game series, right?
Thunder.
You got Kevin Durant
Sweep.
coming back to
Hey,
OKC.
We don't even have to talk about this. Just move on to the
You
next
don't want
one.
to have a conversation about
Sweep.
it at all?
That's
Devin
a
Booker?
sweep.
A sweep?
Yes.
Kevin Durant getting
Right off
swept?
of his feet.
Sweep
Right off of
with
his
a
feet. bro.
40-point differential in every game. That's what I'm saying.
That's the dumbest
No
thing I've
cop
ever heard.
ever.
Jack,
Bro,
No confidence.
Jalen
Jax,
Williams
you're about to be
is
grounded.
going to clamp him down, bro. Clamp
Yes.
him down.
J-Dub is nasty, dude.
Clamp Kevin Durant?
Absolutely.
He's
Yes.
unguardable.
Yes,
No,
he is guardable, bro.
no.
He is very
I'm
much
not
so
saying they're
guardable.
going to win.
J-Dub?
I'm not saying
Is
they're
nasty.
going to at least pull
I'm
a
gonna tell you
game
something
out,
crazy,
though.
right?
They're going to pull
When they
one
played the
game,
Lakers,
at
they
least.
said no. He definitely started scoring some points, but you can contain Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You can contain Kevin Durant.
Kevin
bro.
Durant is a phone booth type player too. He's gonna make a bucket in a phone booth. He could be covered. He's
Yeah,
gonna make
but-
the bucket. You
No,
can make it tough on him.
You can
He's gonna
definitely make
score.
it
He's
tough
one
on
of
him.
those players
You
that's
can make
gonna
him where
score
he
his
have an
points.
extremely inefficient night and in the teens. Absolutely. You can make him have an inefficient night
Yes.
and keep him to scoring in the teams.
I'd be interested to see how many games in his entire career he scored in the teens.
Well, that's something that you can definitely do some look up on.
Well, we're talking about the Thunder and the Suns. I'm just saying I'd be interested in it. Put it in the comments if you find it. In the teens, Kevin Durant is
teens,
a
bro.
ridiculous scorer.
Don't act like it ain't happened, bro.
All right,
it happens to all the
so
greats.
we're saying the Thunder, the Suns. Y'all are saying a sweep. I'm saying they'd win at least one. So that's a consensus that the Thunder would win that.
Gentlemen
That's fine.
sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Gentlemen sweep. I think it would be.
Lou Dort's locking up Devin Booker.
All
also.
day.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yes,
Lou
Lou
Dort?
Dort
Devin
just
Booker
defense.
is very
Lou
good.
Dort is
Done
straight
with you,
defense.
bro. Do you know what they
He
did?
could lock up Bradley
Do you
Beal.
see what happened when he played the Lakers, bro?
Yes.
You
it's
put the right
bad.
player on him, bro. He is
Yes.
guardable, bro. You can actually hurt him, bro. He's not as good as bro. They had who was playing, who was guarding him? Wasn't it Jordan Goodwin? Jordan Goodwin made him. Yup.
Yeah, I think
Jordan
so.
Goodwin gave that man absolute terror.
I mean, I can't argue with you.
he's
It'll be gentlemen.
he's a two-way.
Yeah. A two-way contract.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we'll say Clippers versus Rockets. Jackson, go ahead. Tell us who you got.
I think the Rockets are like all right. Jalen Green's really good.
I think they're a surprise two seed, to be honest.
Yeah, they are. I think they're like a phony.
I think they
2
should
seed.
be like a 3rd or 4th seed.
I think they're.
Who would you say is going to win?
I'm saying the Clippers on this one because I don't
You gonna
see
be
the
biased?
No, I just don't see the Rockets.
definitely a bias.
I don't
Bro,
see the
Thompson,
Rockets going.
bro.
I just don't see.
You're talking
Thompson.
about Amen? Amen?
Absolutely, bro.
He can't
he's your
shoot, though.
shot. Fine.
He's-
I don't need you to shoot.
down.
You just lock
Yeah.
lock anything down that come your
He can
way,
play 1 to 5 defense.
bro.
I don't.
We being realistic, Jacks. You know,
Yeah,
gotta love
I
you, bro.
am.
You
I
know
am
that.
being realistic. I don't see them going anywhere in the playoffs. I think they're just.
You know they
one
have
of
the
teams-
strongest man in
Oh,
the NBA
okay.
on their team?
Adams.
Steven Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen the floor, but
He's a man, bro.
but yeah,
That
he's
man
an
is
old man now. Okay. I mean, hey,
He'll see the floor in the
that's your
playoffs.
take. That's your take. They may need him.
Clippers in 6.
He's a big
Clippers in 6.
Yes.
Impossible. All right, what do you got?
Clippers in
What do you got?
6?
So what do you got?
Huh?
What do you got? Who do you
I
got?
got the Rockets in 5.
I would say Rockets in 6, just because I don't think they're just a tough 2 seed. Like they're like a paper tiger too to me, but they'll
Yeah.
beat the
Keep
Clippers.
on
They're
believing
glass-
that.
No, I'm saying they're gonna win.
Keep on.
No, they're not.
They got Jalen Green. They got Fred VanVleet, who's kind of like
Oh yeah, you know he's good. Wherever he
good,
go, he's
but
good.
he's not
Wherever he
great.
go, he's good. Period. He's a
I
solid
thi-
player everywhere he go.
Yeah.
Amen Thompson. You are completely correct. That dude's
Yeah.
gonna destroy. But I think the wild card that nobody's talking about is Dylan Brooks. That man is an irritant.
I don't care.
He
about
will
him.
play defense.
I don't
He will
care
play
about him.
offense.
We don't care about him.
He'll
All
play
right.
it for about 2 quarters until he gets ejected.
We don't care about him.
Alperen Sengun's pretty
He's
nice
already
too.
mentioned
One of the most
Alperen
ugliest,
Sengun's pretty
light-skinned
nice.
guys I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's good.
You can't say somebody's handsome, but you say they're ugly though.
I'll call any man ugly.
All right. So Dylan Brooks, I think, is the wild card
Hey,
there.
shout
though.
out to Dylan Brooks.
No, he's nice. He's good. He's
Nah,
real nice.
He's all right.
All right. So we're saying
Do you think
Houston's
that
taking
the
that one.
Grizzlies did good by giving him up?
I think they
Yes.
had to give him up.
That's not what I asked.
I think they made the right decision.
Okay.
I think they should have kept Steven Adams. So
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like that guy. After that, we got. I know where you're going with this. Speaking of the Grizzlies, Lakers.
Lakers.
Lakers in 5.
Give us some diagnosis here. Don't just say
I
Lakers.
just don't.
What do we-
They don't have enough help over there on the Grizzlies. They don't have enough help. They
No,
don't have enough help.
isn't it?
Bain is probably the
Isn't it Lakers versus Denver?
no.
Denver's
he said
the
right
third
now.
seed. Denver's the third seed. Lakers are the fourth seed, so they would not face each other. Fourth
Oh,
and
yeah,
fifth
yeah,
face
yeah,
each
yeah.
other.
I would say Baines is the wild card over there. Jaren Jackson is going to be as defensive as he can be, but
Triple
you got
J?
the lights. You got the likes
Triple J.
of. You really do got the likes
about
of
Zach Edey?
Finney Smith, and you got the Finney Smith and Hachimura and Vanderbilt. They've been wing guys that been taking on elite bigs and doing pretty good.
Who's
at
guarding Zach
battling
Edey
them.
at 7'4"?
Who's that?
Zach Edey, The rookie, 7'4".
We just make it tough for him. We're gonna just make it tough for him.
He's irrelevant.
If he has to switch on to like Luka or something, it's game over.
I-
What about Ja Morant? You think? I mean, he's gonna get his numbers.
Ja's
though,
definitely
right?
gonna get his buckets.
Yeah.
I just don't see them. I don't see it.
Desmond Bane's solid.
If you get,
but he's not guarding.
like
LeBron.
I said, you already got. I mean, I'll take my 3-headed monster over this. I'll take Luka Reeves and LeBron over Jaren Jackson,
They don't
Bane,
even have
and
a 3-headed
Morant.
monster. No.
Yeah.
Who?
I said the Grizzlies don't have a 3. It's John Morant.
You got Bane,
It's Ja
Bane
Morant
and
or
Triple
bust.
J, bro.
Triple J.
Bane is good, bro.
Triple J.
Bane is a solid
If
player,
we're gonna
bro.
give,
He's solid, yeah.
Bane is solid,
he's-
bro. He can go off too.
if
I
we're
wouldn't
giving
say
Rudy
Triple
J.
Gobert, if we're giving Rudy Gobert credit, you have to give Jaren Jackson Jr.
You
credit.
definitely have to give
Jaren Jackson Jr. plays power forward.
Yeah.
He doesn't play center.
Yeah, he's
Zach
not a
Edey will be
center.
playing starting center. I mean, he does
Zach
play
Edey's irrelevant.
Center. Zach Edey's not.
He's not that good,
7'4".
but he's not good.
He's good.
And you want
He's
me to
their
tell you
enforcer.
something else? You want me to
He's
tell you
not that
something
good.
else? We get this kid, Trey Jemison, and we put him on the floor versus he's been known to be a very, very, very physical guy with any big in the league. And he's another one of our G League representatives,
I don't even see him on your roster, bro.
Trey Jemison III.
Oh, there he is.
We ain't about to do that.
Oh, you're talking about how do they have Dorian
Well, see-
Finney-Smith listed as center? That man's like 6'7".
Because, bro, they play big, bro. Well, we know
played
he's definitely
He's not guarding a 7'4" guy.
But you did give me his defensive rating.
Oh, he's
and
good on
Okay,
defense.
there we go.
Yeah.
So that's why they
He's
got him
all
in,
right.
because he
But I
can
don't
play
think
with
at
anybody.
center.
No, but I think if you put Jemison out there, 260, 6'10", that's a big boy, and he 25.
yeah.
That's a big.
Alex Len,
boy.
I thought Alex Len was their starter.
No,
but
he was
apparently it's
supposed to
Jackson
be, but
Hayes.
after his first game, we gave him out. We gave him up after his very
he's
first
washed,
game.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
washed.
Alex Len is
For sure
trash.
And he's only 31. Don't say
No,
trash.
it's
You're not allowed to say trash.
not-
Dad, sorry.
My bad.
Say sorry to Grandpa.
Sorry, Grandpa.
That's right.
I think we should.
He meant that.
does not like
he
Alex
meant
Len,
that.
boy.
That came from his
He does
heart.
not like Alex Len. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from.
I think Zach Edey's not how you're hyping him up to be.
He's great.
He's averaging like 9. Great?
great for a rookie.
No. He's averaging like 9 and 7, I think.
And I want to make sure I add this. Trey Jemison isn't going to be able to play in the playoffs if we don't sign him
I think he is.
because he's a G League player.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So he has to get signed a real contract
So then they
in
gotta
order
get
for
rid of
us to
somebody
play.
else then.
No, they don't have to get rid of anybody. They just have to
You
sign,
can only
make
have
him
12
a
players, I think. Or wait, 15.
15, correct.
Yeah.
We have to sign. So it's up
Make
in
it
the air
official.
between him and Jordan Goodwin.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's what they're
All
trying
right.
to figure out. Right
My
now.
take on the Lakers, they're going to win it. I think the Grizzlies win one. If this is the game that shows up. Obviously, that's if the season ends today. These would be the matchups.
Who you
I do
picking?
believe the Grizzlies will win one. Maybe two, because LeBron's old.
Doesn't matter.
One
Lakers
thing
in
you
5.
can't beat is the IQ.
Whoa. Hey, give us one. Give us one.
I don't
you
have
gotta
one.
give us one.
I don't have one.
You can't beat the
Steak.
IQ.
Bake, cake, Lakers in 5.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I can't do it like Shannon Sharp does. You got one?
What?
One of his little Shannon Sharpisms.
No.
You could bake a cake.
I used
you
to
could
like
cook
it.
a steak. Lakers in 5. All right. Next is the last matchup, which is Golden State. This is going to be really good, actually. Golden State versus the Nuggets. Now, remember, Golden State got Jimmy Butler now. Nuggets are pretty much the same team, but they have the best player in basketball. So, honestly, I don't think this standing's going to last. I think the Nuggets should
may
be
switch
in
up, right?
second.
It may switch up.
But if Golden State played against the Nuggets, who's winning that?
They're going to lose.
Who's going to lose?
Nuggets.
The Nuggets?
Warriors.
No.
The Warriors. Okay.
They're going to lose.
right.
I'm being realistic.
Break it down a little bit for us.
Just being realistic. You can't beat the chemistry. You can't beat that chemistry. You cannot.
Russell
beat-
Westbrook's the perfect point guard for Jokic too,
You
because
cannot
he will break.
beat that chemistry. That chemistry is something different. And you added Russell Westbrook. He's another unicorn. Westbrook is another
He's
unicorn
older.
like
He's older.
LeBron and like Luka. You can put this guy in any. I think that he would have worked out for the Lakers eventually.
Yeah.
But I think you can
You're
put
talking
him
about Westbrook?
Yeah, I think you can put him anywhere and he can thrive. Yeah.
I don't think there's any way.
Steph them going to the house, bro.
I think that would be a 6-game series just because maybe I can't say 7, but I think it'd be a 6-game series. I think it'd be 4-2. Nuggets. Steph Curry's getting older, but he's still what is he averaging? Close to 30 still.
What? Where?
Curry?
Where? In what league?
He's not averaging close to 30.
The hell
It's got to be somewhere close to 30.
Bro, he hasn't been scoring too much.
He's averaging 24.
24 is kind of close. But all right. I'm exaggerating. Steph Curry's nasty.
He's declined severely.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's still gonna make a shot if you
he's
leave
still
him
great
open.
with age.
Absolutely.
He's top 10,
I'd say he's
top 10 point guards all time.
Greatest point guard.
Top 5 point guards all time.
Top 2, and he's not 2.
That's okay. We'll talk about that another day. That's crazy.
Who would be number 1?
Curry.
Yeah, he's saying
would be
Curry's
number
number
two?
1.
Magic.
All right. Back
Magic
to the
was
subject.
listed as a point guard for real,
Yeah,
for real?
yeah. Magic's
Yeah,
always
he
been
was
a point
he's
guard.
always been a point guard.
He only played like he could guard 1 to 5, and he played center for that one finals because Kareem was hurt.
Yeah.
That's where he won the Finals MVP. But he was a point guard, yes sir. 6'7", I think. Big boy.
6'9".
6'9". Huge.
LeBron's
Huge point guard.
equivalent. In size,
better.
that's what I'm saying. In
Oh
size.
yeah. And then if he didn't get HIV, he'd have better stats. And that I don't even know if he actually got HIV.
He did.
Or, tinfoil hat on. Maybe he didn't. Maybe that was just them trying to make something up. But that's me with the tinfoil hat. Don't worry about that. So Steph Curry, nasty on offense. He's gonna get his buckets. Jimmy Butler, still a dog. In the playoffs, he performs even better. Draymond Green is dog water at this point in his career.
What's
He's just
dog water mean?
I can't say trash.
I mean, it's like
It's synonymous with trash.
No.
He's not
No.
good. Draymond Green's
Boy,
not
you
good in
crazy,
the NBA
bro.
anymore.
You
He's just an
crazy.
agitator.
You can't take away the IQ, bro. He's
very
the
smart.
Ball,
He's
he
very
is
smart.
the ball handler, bro.
He's the glue guy.
He runs the ball. Bro. He's the floor general, bro.
Curry's not the floor general?
No, he is not, bro. Curry does not hold the ball.
Okay.
Draymond carries that ball, bro.
yeah.
I won't argue with you there. I just know
I mean, you talked about this before. Draymond is the IQ, bro. He is the IQ
he has a
of
great
the team,
IQ.
bro.
He can't shoot a 3 anymore.
Yes, but he can
can't
put
get a
everybody
bucket.
in position
He
to
can't get
make
a
the bucket. He can't. I guess
He creates mismatches.
every blue moon,
And he's great on defense.
and he's good at seeing. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. This, bro,
That's like floor
I
IQ.
think, I really think you need to go watch
Yeah,
this
if
guy,
you-
bro.
I've watched him.
If
There's
you
no
want a
way
player,
you could say that, bro.
if you want a player to have like the highest IQ, you want Draymond Green. If you
I'm
want a player that
telling
has
you, bro.
high floor IQ, you want
he
Draymond.
has a
All right.
high floor IQ, bro.
Buddy Hield is going to hit buckets.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
shoots out the gym.
Yeah.
He's on fire at
He's
all
the new
times.
Clay.
Gary Payton is the biggest or the smallest small forward dunker position person I've ever seen. Gary
Yep.
Payton II is ridiculously good.
Jonathan
Steph Curry
Kuminga.
is crazy. Kuminga is mid at best.
Whoa.
Jimmy Butler, nasty.
Jonathan
Draymond
Kuminga
Green
mid?
playing center is crazy to me. Kevon Looney is
He's
still
always
Wait,
played
wait,
center,
wait.
bro.
at 6'6".
Bro, because he's strong
Yeah, you're right.
and he's smart. He's a smart.
Yeah,
player,
he's like
bro.
Dennis Rodman.
But
smarter.
There you
But
go.
smarter. A smarter Dennis
a,
Rodman.
A passer too.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Jonathan Kuminga's mid at best.
To me, yeah, I think that's what I said.
I
yeah.
don't. Jimmy, and then you said Jimmy Butler's amazing.
Jimmy Butler's great.
Look, please compare the stats.
Stats don't say it all, son. I haven't
Jonathan
even looked at the stats.
Kuminga's-
I'm telling you,
Jonathan
Kuminga
Kuminga is
is-
a great player.
that's like saying Norman Powell's a great player. Like, he's going to play good when people are injured. Kuminga's going to play good when people aren't in
Norman Powell's playing
When
good
he gotta
without
get
anyone.
more-
there.
I get what
Kuminga's not
you're saying.
going to get buckets.
He's not
Kuminga
going to get
gets
buckets.
buckets.
He's not
what
going
he's telling
to.
you is that
In playoffs?
he's going
No.
to be down. He's going to be down the list as a scoring option. That's what he's trying to tell you. You got Jimmy
but-
buckets. See, before you had Jimmy, you had to rely more on Kuminga. Kuminga
Yeah.
got more touches.
So you got Steph Curry
not,
number
It's
one.
not going to happen, bro.
Shots. Jimmy Butler's going to take shots because Jimmy Butler is not really an off-ball
Jimmy
guy. He's
Butler's
going to get
not
the
been
ball,
doing that
shoot
good.
a bucket.
No, but we're going to say your scoring option. Number 1 is going to be Steph. Number 2 is going to be Jimmy. Number 3
Buddy
is
Hield.
going to be Buddy Hill.
Yeah.
And number 4 is probably going to be Kuminga.
Or Gary Payton.
Or Gary
Gary
Payton.
Payton.
And what's
Brandy
the other dude
Podemski's
name?
up there.
He got another dude up
Podemski's
there.
not going to get that much PC in
Moody.
the playoffs.
Don't forget Moody.
Moses Moody, he's solid too. All right, listen.
Hold on, where's the little guy at?
Podemski.
That's
Who's
what I
that?
just
Paul-
said.
That's the point guard?
Brandon Podemski.
I don't think he's going to get that much run in the playoffs.
Oh, when they go
Yes.
to the bench, when Steph go to the bench, he definitely gets run.
Yes.
I don't think he's going to
That's
get many
legit.
minutes. Playoff basketball is different than regular
I know
season
it is, but I'm
basketball.
saying that's who's gonna get minutes.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
see, he's high in the rotation. That's what
Kuminga-
he's trying to tell you. He's high in the rotation for real.
Kuminga's great. We're not gonna call him mid, just because
No, then we're
think-
not,
We're
gonna
not
call
calling
him
him mid.
great. Neither. We're
I'm
gonna
calling
him
him
good.
mid.
he's
Good.
great for what
He's
he
not-
does.
Watch him in the
he's-
playoffs.
I tell
Mark
you,
my
you keep
words.
using
I don't
that
care
word
who
loosely.
he
Great is
competes.
too much.
Who he
Steph
competes.
is great, bro.
Steph
great.
is phenomenal.
No, Steph is great.
Now
phenomenal.
Steph is
we're
great.
adding
Phenomenal.
extra words. All right. Mark my words. Mark my words. Watch Kuminga in whatever team he plays against in the playoffs. He will not average what he's averaging right now. He will not average
Right.
over 10
'Cause
points.
it's
You're right.
first time.
Oh no, you're not right.
He will not average over 10 points in the playoffs. I mean, I could be wrong. Watch it. Come back. Tell me I'm wrong. All right. So Denver Nuggets, you got Jamal Murray, and he's solid.
Them
You
boys
got
gonna
Westbrook,
win, bro.
gonna be on a break.
Denver gonna win.
Nasty. You got who's after that? Michael Porter Jr. He still hasn't like grown too
But
much,
one
but
place-
he's still good.
One place they all show up at is playoffs.
How is?
Oh yeah.
These guys definitely show up in the playoffs.
I don't think Michael Porter Jr. is better than Kuminga. I think they're
So
even.
then, how is Porter good?
I
but
said he's
Kuminga's
pretty
mid?
good. He's pretty good. Mid and pretty good are
He's
similar
solid in
to
his
me.
role.
Aaron Gordon is nasty.
No.
He had
Yes.
he had a 150-point game.
How many 50-point games did Kuminga have?
I don't know.
How many 50-point
Does
games?
one Malachi Flynn had a 50-point game?
Oh, yeah.
Is Malachi Flynn better than Kawhi?
No.
No.
But Aaron Gordon's nasty.
I'm not
Aaron
going
Gordon's
that far.
gonna. He's
I'm not
he's
going that
always
far.
in the
Now-
right
I'm
spot,
not going that
and he's
far.
playing
Now
opposite
we're
of
building.
That's why I said it's their cohesiveness.
Yeah.
It's their chemistry, bro.
Jokic is
Joker
the
know
best-
where these guys
Yeah.
gonna be at. They know exactly where to be to get the ball.
Joker is the best player in the NBA right now.
Correct.
He's currently injured, but he'll be back
Why
by
they keep saying the
playoffs.
best
I'll
player,
take-
bro?
I would take
Why?
SGA.
Because of stats?
I take
Just-
SGA.
Just you were
No,
talking about
you
Draymond
talk
Green's
about
good
stats.
because his
I ain't
brain.
gonna talk about stats.
Jokic
Man,
is
bro,
smart,
SGA.
boy.
SGA all the
smart
way,
too,
dude.
bro.
Yes.
SGA has been
smart,
flopping
bro.
a lot.
Yeah,
lately.
you could call him the flopper, but I guarantee you he's extremely efficient too.
Yeah,
He is
I mean,
insanely efficient.
They're 1A and 1B. I'm not going to put one above each other. You're right. SGA just doesn't have a matchup in the playoffs for me to talk about him too much.
And he
so.
doesn't have to do everything on the team. Joker
Yeah.
has to do everything.
Yeah.
He has to score, rebound, and put. He has nobody else with a great mind but Westbrook on the team to help get some assists.
Yeah. I mean,
Bro,
Jamal
he
Murray's
has to
pretty
do
good. Jamal Murray's pretty
everything,
good.
bro.
He's fell off pretty good,
but
actually.
Jamal definitely shows up in the playoffs.
You know who's on their team?
He's a big bucket shot.
You know who's on the Nuggets?
What?
DeAndre Jordan. How is that? How is he still in the league? I don't even know he was
Yeah,
still
he
playing.
plays.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
good?
he plays.
Is he good?
He does.
No, he's not good. I guess
Not good,
he's
but he plays.
He's an imposing player on a.
Oh, okay.
You know
Like
what I
he's
mean?
there.
Yeah, people
he's just
still
there.
know
All
it
right.
ain't just about
The
to go in there and
wild
dunk
card.
on him, I can
The
promise you
wild
that.
card in this on the Nuggets
Christian Braun.
is Aaron Gordon, and the wild card for the Golden State Warriors, Kuminga.
Wait, we didn't even mention Christian Braun that whole time.
No, he's good. He's
Yeah.
he's solid.
Christian
he's
Braun.
solid. He's very solid.
He's okay.
Yeah, I think he's the wild card there.
He might be the wild card, but Aaron Gordon, he's always going to get a bucket because Jokic is going to find him. All he has to do
Bro,
is
who
dunk
the
it.
hell is Vlatko Cancer?
Kankar, I think he's a two-way
I don't
contract.
even know if I even
potentially.
pronounced it
I don't
right. I
know.
don't know.
27
He got-
years old, 5 years.
he
This
got
is just the
things-
roster.
he got
I took some
things over his
screenshots of them
ears.
so we could have some conversation. But all right, so we'll say the Nuggets win that one. I say gentleman's sweep.
Are we going all the way?
Yeah.
Are we going all the way to the finals on this, or just
No.
the first round?
No,
Just the
it's
first
first
round. So next week we'll be
We'll
talking
continue to
about.
monitor it though. We'll continue to keep coming
Yeah.
back on it.
Next week we'll talk about the Eastern playoff team, and we'll
Yeah.
have some other topics to talk
Yeah.
about. Do we got anything else to add? We've covered all the teams. MVP, I honestly think.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say Jokic at this point.
Well, that'll be a rob.
Yeah.
30, 20, 20. I've never
Crazy
seen that
I don't
before.
care about. We don't care about 30,
One
20,
game
and 20,
doesn't
bro.
define a season.
I understand. I'm
You
saying
keep throwing that around, too,
Yeah.
bro.
30, 20, 20
Okay,
is
get
nasty.
rid
Yeah.
of it, bro. Get rid of it.
It's
man.
already done. I know.
Get rid
One
of
game
it.
doesn't. But
Yeah.
I tell you,
just
want me
look
to
at
tell you
them.
what's amazing?
What?
Coming back down 3-1 in the finals and winning it.
Oh, LeBron? Are you talking about LeBron?
Coming
We're
back down 3-1.
We're talking about MVP. You bring up
okay,
LeBron.
so
No, but-
stop talking.
You
can
know what
let
else
go
is
of that.
amazing?
That's-
17 points. 2 weeks
was-
ago.
I mean,
What?
Bronny
Bronny
James.
Oh, that was
All right,
that
guys.
was beautiful. I can't even lie.
All right, guys. Hey,
hey,
before
you got wait, we can't leave without saying it.
what?
He did shake and bake.
Oh, Giannis
Yeah,
that
boy.
one time? One time.
I mean-
Every dog has his day,
I mean,
boy.
even
There's a clock's right twice a day. Boy.
yeah.
A broken clock's right twice a day.
He should have broken clocks too.
It is. It's right twice a day.
Right.
Even though he had 17 points, I'm pretty sure they lost by like 40.
Oh, dude, they got
we
destroyed.
got destroyed.
Y'all got
I even sent
dismantled.
them a
Everybody
text
was
about
out.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was
Yeah.
out.
They highlighted
Yeah.
Bronny's loss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With his career
Yeah.
high
Hey,
points.
he
It's
was
like,
pretty
how-
efficient, too,
how-
though. He was
yeah,
solid.
7 for 10,
He was
right?
solid. He
was
proved
like
me
7
wrong.
for 10 from the floor.
Keep doing that, Bronny. Keep losing for the Lakers, boy.
Yeah. Keep getting your experience up, man. Keep getting your experience up.
Bronny's going to be solid. All
And
right,
that, that's going to build his confidence.
Yeah.
It's moments like that, right?
I mean,
there
he's
that's
a
gonna build
person
his
too. I think he said something about that. Like, hey, I'm a person. Everybody doesn't understand. You know, like he has feelings. I get it. Like, I don't want to dog on him. Better player than me. Better player than I could have ever been.
Definitely
It's
better
just
than the
the
white
expectation. Oh, for sure.
Brian Scalabrini's nasty,
sure.
though.
He is nasty though.
Brian Scalabrine.
He just the expectations.
Mamba. That's funny,
The expectation's so high for him.
It is,
It's just
man.
he's never gonna meet it.
Just keep doing what you do, brother. Be you. That's it.
Yeah, be the Prince of LA.
Thanks.
Not the king. All right, before we sign off, I just want to make sure that we said it again. We apologize for the camera issues.
Yes.
Last week won't happen again. We got a dedicated camera. We were using my phone before. The app we were using didn't really work out too well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
In addition to that, I want to make sure we thanked our followers.
Yes.
Subscribers, I guess we call
Thank
them.
you
Sorry
guys
about
so
that.
much. We appreciate you.
We'll be putting out more reels. Zoe put out a reel today, so make sure you
Go check that out,
Yeah,
man.
take a look. He's a very positive guy. He likes to give
Absolutely.
you guys some positive vibes.
Yeah.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We can't grow unless you're sharing.
That's right.
Subscribing. We got 34 subscribers. Once we hit 100, we'll get that gift card out to
Yes,
the
yes,
random
yes.
subscriber.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on to the podcast again, Jackson. Sorry
Big
about last
Jax.
week. Other than that,
Yeah, man.
I think we're
just-
done. We'll
I
see.
just want to
Oh, go ahead.
tell you guys, leave some suggestions in the comment section again.
Yeah, we got no comments last
we
week.
really want to talk. We really want to hear what you guys want us to talk about. I know you guys appreciate the content that we're bringing to you, but we definitely want to make sure that we're giving you guys exactly what you guys want. We just enjoy having dialogues.
We love doing
really.
this.
You know
Love
what I
it.
mean? I'm grateful to be here on this platform with my brother. He extended a hand, I accepted, and we are here. And we don't plan on going nowhere. And we got our secret co-host. We got our secret co-host
little
over
guest.
here, Big Jackson.
Whenever we talk NBA, he likes
And,
to come up here.
Yeah, man. You guys just continue to support us, man. You guys are what's driving us. And we love you guys. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Peace.